Hey there, fight friends. We have a special treat tonight. We're joined by Tim the Chin Tamaki, one of Canada's true mixed martial arts veterans. He's been in the game forever. I'm so thrilled to be speaking with him. Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
When I saw that the Unified MMA card, when your name was announced against Craig Shintai, I was absolutely thrilled. You're one of those guys, you've got a special place in my heart. I met you and all your team for the first time at the Canadian Martial Arts Centre, I think back in 2006. When Lee Meehan brought like 5 or 6 of you to Extreme Cage Combat in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and you all fought on the card, and you guys all did great. And that was a long time ago, man. Does it seem like it was a long time ago to you?
Man, that was such a long time ago. I forgot about that card, but I remember that. I'm pretty sure Jason McDonald was on the card. He was the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason's actually kind of like my MMA crush. He was the first guy that I really looked up to and thought, wow, a Canadian can kick ass. And of course, he went to the UFC and did extremely well there. So it was really cool to have him main event. I think 3 or 4 of the cards in Halifax.
Yeah. He's a good guy, good athlete, and definitely one of the top Canadian fighters.
Well, that was his nickname, Jason the Athlete McDonald.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
So, Tim, when I saw you fighting on this card and saw your name there, I was a little bit surprised because the past little while it seems like you've been moving over to bare-knuckle boxing. So I assumed you were done with MMA, but I guess you're not.
No, I still train jiu-jitsu a lot, and I've been wrestling and all that stuff. I've been going to the boxing club in Lethbridge as well, but jiu-jitsu, MMA always has a special place in my heart. And I've been doing the bare-knuckle boxing. I took a short notice bare-knuckle boxing fight, and then I just kind of fell in love with it. I never thought I would love it that much, but I love bare-knuckle boxing, and I'll definitely go back to it, but I love MMA too, and I'll really fight any rule set.
Nice. So we had a brief little chat before we started the interview, and you're 42 years old. The fact that you're doing this still at a pretty high level, man, that's just amazing. Like, hats off to you.
I was thinking about that this morning, actually. It's like, man, I've been fighting for 20-something years, and man, the guys I'm fighting they're just getting better. So it's pretty, it's an honor, actually. I'm really grateful, and I'm very happy that I get to do this.
Well, you must be getting better too. I mean, you can't not be getting better after training for so long and so consistently.
I feel like I'm in my prime. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel strong. I feel good. My cardio is good. My fight IQ is better, and my skill, I think I have a really good skill set. I know I can beat a lot of good guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of that, let's move on to the Unified card. So you are the co-main event, as far as I know, at Unified MMA 65 in Enoch, Alberta, and you're fighting Craig Shintai. He's been around for a while, too. He's not a rookie. He's got some experience. Not as much as you, but still, he knows what he's doing. What did you think when you were offered him as an opponent?
I was like, yeah, for sure. I don't know if I was supposed to fight Craig before, but I've seen him. I thought I was going to fight him before, so I was like, perfect. I would love to fight this guy. He's a very tough matchup, so I love a challenge like that, and so I'm really excited to fight Craig.
Yeah, for sure. What is it about when you take a fight like this? I'm always curious because we always get a lot of our media content from the UFC and other shows like that, and those fighters oftentimes have a lot of lead time leading up to a fight. They know who their opponents are. They can watch a lot of tape, so they can establish clear game plans, right? You know this guy's a striker. He does this thing with his kick, so he's going to tell you can set it up. But when it comes to a guy like you, I'm wondering, you just fight so much and you fight so often. Do you still bother going through any of that stuff, or you just say, come on, let's just get in the cage and let's just go at it?
No, I like to study my guys. I've been studying Craig a bit, and I've seen him fight before, so I know how he fights already. So I've always had a game plan on how to fight Craig, or if I'm going to fight Craig, what he wants to do. I'm pretty sure he wants to get me to the ground, take my back, and choke me out. That's probably his number one game plan here. So I'm ready to fight. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well. He's going to have a hard time choking me out if he gets my back. But it's an MMA fight, so I'm sure it's going to go everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. How did you get the offer to fight at this Unified? How did that come about?
Lee texts me. He's like, hey, do you want to fight this guy? And then they're like, oh, this guy doesn't want to, he wants to fight someone else. And then do you want to fight Craig? I was like, sure, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Now, you just said Lee, and I mentioned him before. Of course, that's Lee Meehan. He's the architect and the papa for Canadian Martial Arts Centre in Lethbridge. Are you still training with him mostly regularly, or do you train anywhere else?
Yeah, no, he's my head coach, and I always train at the Canadian Martial Arts Center. I have been going over to the boxing club and in the Lethbridge boxing club because I've been doing bare knuckle boxing. I found some good guys there to spar with that are like around my weight. Kyle Oliver actually, he just fought in nationals. He lost a close decision in the Canadian nationals, but man, he's like 150 pounds. He's such a good training partner for me, and he's just like young,
Hmm.
really good athlete. That's just it's good to test myself against him.
So I guess when you make a statement like you feel like you're in your prime, that's based on the way you feel competing against a young guy like that.
Totally, yeah. In the gym, fighting guys, I feel really well.
Awesome. So I have to ask you. I mean, I don't want to ask you to look too far ahead of your game and too far down the line, but what's the plan? Are you still going to keep on fighting, and how long is this going to go on for?
I'll keep on fighting for a bit longer here, but I know, fuck, I've been in the game for 20 years. I don't got that many fights left in me. I love fighting. I'll probably like, I love fighting so much. So I'm going to try and stay in the game as long as I can.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you must have a pretty big fan base. I mean, when you've been around for as long as you have and fought as many times as you have, people must recognize your name and really know who you are, especially in Lethbridge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Lethbridge is a good fight town. So like, man, there's some really good fighters out of Lethbridge, man. We got our gym, we got the PFA, we got the boxing club, and like even the O2, Justin Tavernini has some guys. So
Hmm.
it's like, man, we got some good fighters from Lethbridge.
Yeah, for sure. Going back on the theme about you being in your prime, if you take a look at what you envision yourself as being, if you can imagine yourself as the best fighter that Tim Tamaki can be, say that's 100%. Where are you now? Are you close to being the best, or do you still have room for improvement?
Oh, there's always room for improvement. I'll never stop improving. You never can. There's always leaps and bounds you can make and little things you can work on. So you always
Hmm.
got to keep working.
Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. I mean, once you, an individual, not even necessarily in the fight game, but in any endeavor, once you think you know it all, even if you know a lot, the truth is you don't know it all, and that kind of stagnates your growth and prevents you from future success. So that's a great attitude you have.
Yeah, totally. That's in life in general with everything. You can always improve on everything.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you do, Tim, when you're not fighting and training to fight?
I work for the city of Lethbridge water department. I'm a supervisor, so we deal with like water main breaks and water main
Mm,
renewals and the infrastructure.
yeah. I know that I've got relatives from Calgary, and when I joined the military, I joined from Calgary. So I know that it's grown by leaps and bounds over the past few years. What's Lethbridge like now compared to how it was 20 years ago?
It's just grown a lot. The west side has grown a lot. It's just got a lot bigger, a lot more people here, but it's still a good smaller town. It's a good community.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Tim, I don't have any more questions. Is there anything that you think I should have brought up that you'd like to talk about?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay, do you have anybody you'd like to thank or anything you'd like to say before we go?
I just like to thank all my training partners, all the guys at the Canadian Martial Arts Center here, my coach Lee, and then all the guys at the Lethbridge Boxing Club as well. I really appreciate all the rounds we've got in the sparring, man, and really because like this is like the funnest times I had. I love training. I love sparring. The fight game. Oh man, it's just these are like I know I'll miss these times when I'm older and I can't fight
Yeah,
anymore. So like I'm so grateful for martial arts, the community, the people you meet, guys like you, the friends you meet on the road. It's like man, it's just a blessing in life, man. I'm really grateful.
that's really awesome. Well, I'm grateful I got a chance to speak with you today. Like I said, when I saw your name in that fight card, I was just over the moon because I thought this is finally my chance after 20 years I can talk with you again. So thanks for everything, Tim. I appreciate your time, and best of luck against Craig at the next Unified.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Andy. You're a good man.
Thanks, Tim. All right, there you go, fight friends. Tim the Chin Tamaki fighting Craig Shintani at Unified MMA 65 this weekend.